Of course, I'm happy to go first. We're delighted, I'm delighted, and my colleagues also from Industrial Europe are delighted to be part of today's final conference of this important project that we've had with Cotans. Industrial Europe will represent manufacturing, energy, and mining workers right across Europe. But I have to say that we particularly and greatly value the quality of our social dialogue in the textile, clothing, footwear, and leather sectors. And that's down to the constructive and the engaged attitude of our social partners like Cotons. So it's a great pleasure to be here together discussing these really important questions today. In the current economic situation, social dialogue is all the more important. Our sectors have been hard hit by COVID and its aftermath. Whether the retail, fashion, and footwear industries or the industrial value chains of the automotive, shipbuilding, and aerospace sectors. And as Europe is close, we hope close to concluding the European Recovery Plan and preparing its implementation, we need now to work closely with our social partners to ensure that we have a strong sector emerging in the recovery from this crisis. While the average size of our companies may be small, our vision for our industries must be great. And the leather and tanning sector has a particularly important role to play as we address the longer term challenges that our industries face and the twin transition towards climate neutrality and digitalization. As part of that transformation of the economy, we see great opportunities in the Green Deal and the circular economy for good jobs, making more durable products in Europe and efficiently using raw materials, both primary and secondary. Our joint analysis of the social environmental indicators demonstrates that tanneries in Europe are increasingly committed to ethical and social aspects of their business, and that through continuous investments, they've been able to ensure substantial improvements in process efficiency and in pollution prevention and control. And this is really welcome news. We need a policy environment which supports further improvements whilst recognizing that European tanneries are at risk. Their competitiveness is in danger of disappearing in the absence of policies that foster a level playing field at international level. Competition from countries where social and environmental standards are poorly enforced causes social and economic damage equivalent to dumping. Now, yesterday I participated in a European roundtable in the European Parliament on the, well, not really in the European Parliament, online, also in this room, but nevertheless, in the European Parliament on the forthcoming textile strategy, which still is on the agenda for next year, despite the rumours to the contrary. And it was a relief to hear directly from Vice President Timmermans' team the importance given to our sector in the development of a circular economy in Europe. And I reiterated at that occasion that the strategy must address the broad definition of the industry and its value chain, including leather and tanning, the ecosystem in European industrial policy jargon. As trade unions, we have clear expectations for a new textile strategy, which must have environmental and social issues right at its core. The new strategy should safeguard employment in the sector, ensuring new and transformed jobs that are of high quality, supporting textile regions in transformation. We need a strong just transition mapping exercise along the supply chain of the sector. We need to ensure there are clear measures to guarantee coordination at regional, national, and European levels, including the social partners at every turn, to ensure that proper workforce planning takes place. We need the ring fencing of resources to ensure that we have the required infrastructure, especially in innovation and recycling. And we need specific tools to ensure competitiveness in an international market, particularly leading on innovation and addressing the costs of raw materials, and especially that secondary raw materials market. Within that strategy, of course, we have to also deal with our consumers. we don't produce for our own benefit. We're producing for a market. So we need measures to educate and attract consumers, ensuring that the longer life quality products are promoted and that changes in consumption behavior are encouraged and developed. And finally, we need regulation as part of the mix to ensure that textiles waste is properly checked, sorted, and reused in Europe, providing new jobs and ensuring that those new jobs are of high quality and guaranteeing a future for our industries in Europe. Now, this project and the report that has been produced, which is really excellent, gives a fascinating and a detailed view on the workforce of our industry, its makeup and its development. And it also gives a precise view on the environmental improvements made over recent years. We believe this report and the work that we've been doing together will be indispensable when campaigning for this new European industrial policy strategy for our industries. And we at industriAll-Europe and my colleagues who are here on this call and those who are in our social dialogue committee look forward to our future work with you at Cortance and our other social partners in the sector to ensure that we have that great vision for our sector, regardless of how small some of the companies in it find themselves. Thanks very much, and I look forward to the debate.